Members of the class of 2020, parents, guardians, faculty, and friends, good afternoon. Welcome to Lincoln Southeast's 65th commencement. I am Dr. Jeff Storr, Assistant Principal at Southeast High School. I am honored to be standing here today and excited to share in this special occasion with you. Recently retired Southeast Principal Brent Tolson was unable to join us in person today, but he took time to prepare a special recorded video message for you, the class of 2020. Mr. Tolson is watching the live stream of our ceremony and celebrating with us virtually. I am honored to be joined in our graduation ceremony by Superintendent for the Lincoln Public Schools, Dr. Steve Joel, and Lincoln Public Schools Board of Education member, Annie Mumgard. Also joining us are senior class speakers Lily Hefner, Max Draus, Taylor Washburn, and Sandra Leibold. As we begin our graduation ceremony, I want to remind our graduating seniors to please start with your tassel on the right side of your mortarboard, because later in the ceremony, I will ask you to move it to the left side as a sign of your graduation. We begin today with recorded marks from Principal Brent Tolson.
I want to begin by thanking the parents, guardians, faculty members, and friends for your support of the class of 2020, and especially for supporting them for all that they have been through their senior year. Graduating seniors, we would all agree that graduation from high school is indeed a significant milestone in your lives. But let's not forget that graduation from high school is not the end of your journey, a journey and your senior year that was unfortunately cut short by the need to stay safe, which meant that you had to stay home and away from school. And although this was not how any of us wanted for you to end your senior year, I want the class of 2020 to know that your graduation from Southeast also signals a beginning, the start of the next important phase in your life, a phase that I believe is filled with promise and hope. It is my hope that your time at Southeast High School and all that you have learned and experienced as a Southeast Knight will have prepared you for a wonderful and fulfilling life after high school and for many years to come. So what were some of those high school experiences and life lessons that will serve you well in the future? Well, during your time at Southeast High School, I watched you grow and mature. I saw you learn new skills and make new friends. I saw your talents on display at our athletic events and our music and theater performances. I saw you lead and provide service to others through our clubs and activities. And I read your articles in our publications, and I heard your voices as you advocated for issues that are important to you, our community, and our school. During your time at Southeast, I saw you give back to our community. I saw you raise thousands of dollars for the Food Bank of Lincoln, and I saw you support, care for, and respect each other. And I saw you be kind to each other and start a new tradition with the annual Kindness Week at Southeast. I'm convinced that all of these experiences will serve you well in the future, and that is why I believe your future is filled with promise and hope. But what gives me more hope is during the last quarter of your senior year, I saw you display incredible perseverance by having to work through many issues related to school closure and the loss of the things that I know many of our seniors look forward to: spring sports, musical, and prom, and just being at school with your friends and with the staff members who missed you probably more than you will ever know. And so, graduating seniors, I chose to record my message to you in the Jennifer L. Dorsey Howley Performing Arts Center for a reason. This space is named after Jennifer, a 1985 graduate of Southeast who died tragically on 9/11 in the attacks on the World Trade Center. This space is a tribute to Jennifer and what happened during a very difficult time in our nation's history. And so I chose this place to record my message because I wanted to leave you with a connection to Southeast, a connection that gives us hope for a better future, because this place reminds us that we can persevere during difficult times and come out stronger than ever before. So finally, here is what gives me hope and should give you hope and your loved ones hope for a better future. During your time at Southeast, I saw you live out the Lincoln Southeast mission statement. I saw you learn, lead, and serve others. And with that, I can say, the class of 2020, you are ready to take your skills, talents, dreams, and ambitions, and all that you have learned as a Southeast Knight, beyond the walls of Southeast, out into the world, where I know you will continue to learn, lead, and serve, and make our world a better place, just like you made Southeast a better place. On a personal note, as most of you likely know by now, I am retiring this summer, and this will be my last graduation at Southeast. It has truly been a privilege to be the principal of Lincoln Southeast High School these last 8 years. To the Lincoln Southeast staff and students, I will forever be grateful for the opportunity to have been your principal. Take care, and as always, go Knights!
Class of 2020, please join me in thanking Mr. Tolson with one last round of applause for his leadership and tenure as principal at Southeast High School. I would like to introduce the superintendent for the Lincoln Public Schools, Dr. Steve Joel, who will deliver congratulations from the district administration. He will be followed by Lincoln Public Schools Board of Education member Annie Mumgard.
Good afternoon, graduates, Southeast High School class of 2020. So happy to be here with you. Welcome to parents. I came into this weekend thinking, boy, I wish it could be different. I wish it wasn't in July, graduation. I wish that we didn't have to wear face coverings. I wish that we didn't have to limit attendance to 6 tickets. I wish that we had more answers to the pandemic that we're currently dealing with. And I had a whole bunch of other wishes. But I do know this, and Mr. Tolson mentioned it. When we are challenged by things and events and happenings that we can't control, those are opportunities for every one of us to leap up and face them. You see, courage, resilience, fortitude, perseverance, all of those skills, all of those attitudes that you learned at Southeast, that you learned from your parents, are all being put to use today. And when you couple that with the Lincoln Public Schools Diploma, which I'm very, very proud to say carries a lot of weight, not only in Nebraska, but across this country, because of its rigor, because of the high quality caliber teachers and administrators that you've had the opportunity to interact with. And so you take your skills, you take your hard work, you take the opportunities that were presented to you, and now you're challenged by something that none of us really know how it's going to end or when it's going to end. But here's what I do know. You're going to make it. You're going to make it because you're prepared and you're ready. And this is what we do as educators. We put you in a position to be successful. And so when today is over, the next phase of your journey begins. And I want you to know on behalf of Lincoln Public Schools, we are incredibly proud of the close to 3,000 students that have earned an LPS diploma. But much is going to be expected of you because you're going to have to go out there and navigate the challenges, and you're going to have to make things happen. And we have every confidence in the world that you will. And fortunately, you haven't had to do it yourself, and you won't have to do it yourself. You're surrounded by people who care deeply. And I'd like to, just for 2 minutes, or 2 seconds, I'd like to have the parents of the graduates to just stand up, wave to your children, and graduates, join me in thanking parents and guardians for the support that they've given you over these years. So, go forward, graduate, enjoy life, face challenges, and always remember the things that you are and the things that you're able to do. LPS played a small role in that. So congratulations to the class of 2020.
Good afternoon. I do have written words, but I just wanted to add that I picked up my robe on Friday, and as it was hanging there on my door, it really brought back an incredible, visceral remembrance of my own high school graduation. And it would also then made me remember that this weekend I was to be celebrating my 40th anniversary of my high school graduation. And I just have to say that I put those together, and I am so very, very happy we were able to have an opportunity for you to wear the robe and to carry forth knowledge of friendships and so forth that you've made. And just glad to be here. I've had a chance to put the robe on a few more times since then, and it never wears off, and I just really wish you the best on that. I'll go back to my words here. On that note, it is my honor to represent the Lincoln Public Schools Board of Education today. I deeply congratulate you, the Lincoln Southeast High School class of 2020, on your scholarly accomplishments and graduation from high school. I read a meme recently that said in the not-too-distant future, the year 2020 will equal the word crazy, such as that roller coaster ride was so 2020. But I think there are a few other words that we can equate with 2020. How about challenging? Yours is the class that will always be remembered as the one with no ending. And that was challenging for yourself, your teachers, and believe me, for the parents and the adults in your life. Yet today you celebrate completing this life step, completing your high school work and preparing yourself to step forth into your life work. I hope you will take all the lessons that you have learned, not just from this spring, but from your years of learning together, and use that to meet the challenges that lie ahead of you. Be oh so 2020 with those challenges. And here's another word for 2020. How about courageous? Courage is not about having that skill you need to slay that three-headed dragon. Courage is about doing what you thought you could not do. Meeting the challenges handed to you this spring, missing all those lasts, learning in the confines of your home, and being pulled from the daily comfort of your circle of friends, those challenges had to be met with a special kind of courage. And because you are here, you are each so 2020 about that. And then there's compassion. You're entering a world full of, quite frankly, a lot of unknowns. I believe you have the skills you need to take on this world. Since the first day you walked into a Lincoln Public School, you have been nurtured by some of the best educators to be found. And every year, they have held, pushed, or pulled you to be more and ask more and give more of yourself. To your teachers, your principals, your counselors, your coaches, your mentors, we owe them, even the lunch ladies, we owe them all a great deal of gratitude. I don't know many of you, but I do know some of you, such as my great niece, Aislinn Mace. And what I do know is this. Thanks to a pandemic, right when you were wanted to fly, you were asked to stay tight for just a bit longer, so that your community could make it through to the light. You will soon soar, and you will do it with a much-needed compassion that could only have been learned from living through 2020. You have studied long and hard to reach this moment in your lives, and a high school diploma from Southeast High School does mean something. It is a strong foundation we know you will build upon to fulfill your dreams and contribute to our world. And to all your friends and family members who have supported you along the way, you know who you are. Enjoy this moment of well-deserved pride. So, your graduation is oh so 2020. It has been delayed, it has taken more effort, and it may not be what you wanted, but it is happening. Because of this, know without a doubt, graduates, that you were made for great things. Good luck, class of 2020. You have our full confidence, and many, many congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you, Dr. Joel and Ms. Mumgard, for your remarks. It is now my honor to introduce to you our first of two senior speakers, Lily Hefner and Max Draus. Lily will be attending the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and studying political science in the honors program. The title of her speech is The Power of Community. Max will be attending Nebraska Wesleyan University, majoring in business administration and political science. Max's speech is entitled Resilience.
I want to start off by saying congratulations to the class of 2020. We did it. I feel so blessed to be talking to you all today, even if it is a little or a lot different than we imagined. When I sat down to write this, I had no idea what I was going to say. What could I say that would make up for how high school ended? How could I say goodbye to the amazing teachers and staff? Or what could I say to celebrate these last 13 years? It was very daunting, but I settled on all of us. The power that we have together as a community and separately. No matter what the journey to this day has looked like for each of us, a few things are the same. We've all been knocked down once or twice, and we've all had people surrounding us as we went. Whether it be family, friends, teachers, or coaches, community is everywhere. With these people, we have laughed, cried, had tough conversations, and so much more. But most importantly, through these people, we have grown into who we are today. I have to admit, the graduating class of 2020 is pretty spectacular, and I'm pretty sure I overheard Tolson saying we were the best class that Southeast has ever seen. Life is everything but predictable, as we've seen recently, but community is how we make it out the other side stronger and more prepared for the next curveball. There may have been times when we felt insignificant or even invisible, but every single one of us has shaped the Southeast community. During the past few months, I've been thinking about why a pandemic had to happen during one of the most exciting times in my life, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this. So many thoughts have raced through my head about all the things I've missed out on, but what has stuck out to me the most is the strength of the community around me. Sure, prom is one heck of a night, I'll admit, but what I've seen lately has a much bigger impact. I've seen outrageous amounts of support from medical officials and small businesses that reaffirms my belief in the power of community. For Pete's sake, we stayed inside for 4 whole months to protect our communities, even if that meant our moms asking us to put our clothes away every single day and still not doing it. I've also realized how much you take advantage of in life. The first thing that came to mind was time. I never even thought about time until it was whirling by. I never thought about tomorrow not being guaranteed until spring sports, prom, and everyday school was being canceled. I never thought there would be so many things I never got to say or that I would actually miss walking the crowded halls of Southeast. Now, dwelling on all the things we missed isn't going to make us feel any better. But hopefully now we can move forward with a little more appreciation for life by telling the people close to us that we love them. being okay when things don't go according to the plan, and living in the now, because after all, tomorrow is not guaranteed. Something else I learned in the process of writing this speech is you have to give profoundly simple advice, or else you didn't do it right. So here. Be yourself, because there is only one of you. Lean on the people around you. No matter how many times I think my mom is wrong, she may actually know things I don't. Say thank you, because people don't have to help you. Do what makes you happy. Be kind, inclusive, and fair, because it'll always come back to you. And failure is good, so try new things. Finally, I challenge you to look at the community you have around you right now. I hope you take more pride in it, celebrate it, and take with you into the world everything that it has taught you. So congratulations again to the class of 2020, and here's to the power of community.
Resilience. It is the capacity to quickly recover from difficulties. Difficulties are loosely defined because they're different for every person. While one person may be having a tough time cramming for their history test, another person may be grieving the loss of a loved one. Obstacles have always been present in our lives, some days more than others. Recently, we have all shared a similar challenge. COVID-19 has tested each and every one of us in our ability to bounce back from a problem. Coronavirus wasn't the first hardship we have all faced, and it certainly won't be the last. Together, as the class of 2020, we are showing resilience in a time of great challenge. It would be wrong not to acknowledge the many milestones we have all missed. For many of us, this was the hardest part of senior year. Whether it be your last competition, sports season, performance, prom, or even the last time hearing Mr. Tolson recite the Pledge of Allegiance on the morning announcements, we've all lost some aspect of our high school experience due to this pandemic. Yes, it's very unfortunate. We've looked forward to some of these moments our whole educational career. It is a loss, and we have every right to be upset about it. But the fact of the matter is, none of this is in our control. We are climbing a mountain that may seem insurmountable, however, we will get through this together. The worst of this particular difficulty is over. This is when resilience takes over because the only direction we have to go now is up. There is one thing, however, that we can control about our predicament. We can control our future. Not through some crystal ball or magic, but through applying everything we have learned the last 4 years. While not everything we have learned will be applied to our daily lives, the life lessons will. For many of us, we are headed off to the next chapter of our lives, college. With that brings the excitement of extracurriculars, joining the Greek life, and becoming independent for the very first time. And we can't forget the inevitable all-nighters in our dorm room while cramming for our midterms. There's so much to look forward to in our future, and the best part about it, so much of it is in our control. Resilience means coming back from our challenges as a stronger, more defined person. While we sit here today wearing the same caps and gowns, each of our paths will go in different directions. Each of our futures look different. But there's one thing I can say with certainty. Each and every one of us in this room today has the capacity to bring about immense change to the world around us. These changes will not only better ourselves, but will also better society as a whole. We are the future, and we are in control. So I urge us all, class of 2020, to look back and reflect on our challenges. COVID-19 did interrupt our senior year, but it can't take away the memories and fun times we all had together. Friday night football games, Thursday picnics, pep rallies, walking down the halls with your friends. All of these are memories that we will take with us throughout our lives. We are all resilient because we will all bounce back from these obstacles that lay in front of us. The hardest part is over. Now, we pick ourselves up and learn from our challenges. We have done it before, and we will continue to do it time and time again. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Lily and Max. Next, I'd like to introduce our final two senior speakers, Taylor Washburn and Sandra Leibold. Taylor plans to attend the University of Nebraska-Lincoln Honors Program. Her major is undeclared. Her speech is entitled, "The Art of Graduating." Sandra will be attending the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and majoring in psychology. The title of her speech is, "Finish Your Story."
Hello, graduating class of 2020. My name is Taylor Washburn, and I am so appreciative of the opportunity to be speaking to all of you today as we say goodbye to Lincoln Southeast High School and all of our experiences there. For me, one of my favorite experiences has been my time in the class of art history this past year. In this course, my classmates and I have studied artwork that spans from prehistoric cave drawings of animals to marble sculptures of the perfect human body to contemporary creations, with many things in between. After looking at these countless works, it became easy to pick up on one thing that they all have in common. Every piece of art is a reflection of the artist, the culture, the time period in which it was made. For example, artists that fell in love could create the most joyful portraits. Communities that had a strong value of women made figures of them. And times of ongoing war brought about paintings full of violence and grief. Each one is entirely different in subject, but beautiful and powerful all the same. Now, you might be wondering why I'm talking about art at all. If you're like me, drawing stick figures can sometimes even be a bit of a struggle. But this isn't about the art itself. It's about the process of creation throughout history. Through the good and prosperous times to the periods of war and revolution, art has been created. Art that people today look at, appreciate, and find meaning in. Needless to say, we are in one of those difficult periods of time right now. There's frustration and hardship for all of us, and it's okay to be upset about what we have lost as a graduating class. But one day, this will eventually all be over, and we will be able to look back on these hard times and our response to them. We have to come together and realize that, like the gripping art from times of conflict in history, good things can come out of this. Like the loving artist, find the things that bring you joy so that you can spread that sense of positivity to others. Like the societies that had so much respect for their women, look for the things you value and take the time to appreciate them. And like the art created during periods of chaos, know that you too can find ways to confront and respond to current injustice and wrongdoing in the world. It may not be easy, but we are a group of smart, strong, and capable people who can make a difference in so many ways. This pandemic does not define our potential to make the change where change needs to be done. It's definitely a unique and rough start to our lives as adults, but we are prepared to take this on. I'm so excited for our futures, and I truly can't wait to see the good that we can all create. Thank you, and congratulations, Lincoln Southeast graduate class of 2020.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sandra Leibold, and I am honored to stand before you all today representing Lincoln Southeast High School class of 2020. I want to thank the staff, parents, and faculty for celebrating this milestone with us today. Well, class, we made it. It's amazing to see that no matter what life throws at us, we are fortunate enough to sit here today. This day marks us the end of one journey and the beginning of the rest of our lives. It's a day that all of us are here, smiling, relieved that our long 4 years are over, especially parents and guardians. This is also a day where we say goodbye to the ones with courage and the will to begin their journey elsewhere, taking on the challenge of adulthood. At this time, I would like to tell you a story of a young girl I know. This little girl never dreamt of the opportunity of receiving an education where she'd grow, learn, and discover the possibilities of what the future had to offer. She was born in Ghana, West Africa, to a mother whose job was cleaning wealthy people's homes or selling miscellaneous items she could find. Each day, she'd watch her mother scrape up just enough money to feed her without feeding herself. Then there were the days where her mother would send her to live with her uncle due to the lack of money. He was a pastor and stable enough to enroll her in school. She was 6 years old. And at 6 years old, she'd wake up at the crack of dawn, bathe herself outside, polish her black church shoes, dress in her brownish uniform, and make the mile walk to school. Yet little did this young girl know that a woman living in the United States was in search of a little girl to adopt, to provide a better life for her. Little did she know that for months she'd conversed with her uncle along with her mother on her future, or that on November 8th, 2008, she stepped out of Omaha Airport to a new life with a brand new family. She would then attend Eastridge Elementary School, learn the English language, become a squire at Pound Middle School, and finally become a knight. That little girl from Ghana never envisioned standing before you all this evening. I went from less likely to receive a proper education to graduating from high school. My story began in a different country, but ours started as soon as the bell rang on August 15th, 2016. Chapter 1 was interesting, as we were constantly yelled at by the upperclassmen to always walk on the right side of the hallway and to stop crowding the middle of the hallway, which we understood as sophomores, figuring the ins and outs of high school and showing off our licenses as new drivers. It was all fun and games until Chapter 3, junior year. We laughed at the statistics stating teens need an average of 8 to 9 hours of sleep when we were barely making it to 5 hours studying for the ACT. Finally, we reached Chapter 4 with great excitement as we were now the captains of Southeast. We had gone through our awkward phases and it was smooth sailing. Until senioritis hit. Choosing a college, meeting deadlines for scholarships, debating whether or not college was worth it, we had entered a glimpse of what responsibility and adulting consisted of. Nevertheless, we're closing up this chapter. Now begins a new chapter. Unfortunately, we will not create it together. As we part ways, I want to challenge you. Before you begin to write out the beginning of your new chapter, remember to start with the acknowledgments. Thank the ones that brought you this far and for waking you up on the days you didn't hear the 7 a.m. alarm ring 6 times. For being your #1 fan in the stands and wiping away your tears while picking up the fallen pieces. Display your gratitude to them for teaching you that success doesn't come in one day. Do not forget about the teachers that met you each morning with bright smiles and pushed you each and every day so you could sit here today. They believed and served as your fan in the classroom, seeing your potential when you couldn't. Next, I challenge you to strive to be nothing but your best. Understand that your pages aren't going to be perfect. They will be rough, angering. Some days you won't have the fortitude to move forward. Nonetheless, continue on. Notice that your great endeavors are the path to even greater outcomes. We are the future doctors and nurses, policemen, engineers, firefighters, teachers, or psychologists. Wherever your story takes you, do not lose sight of yourself. Do not be afraid to stand up and speak out. I encourage you to never give up or give in, to be patient and kind. We've come a long way since freshman year as little kids, and now we leave as adults. I cannot express my gratitude enough to you all for taking on this journey with me. Thank you for growing alongside me. It's your turn now. Finish your story. Congratulations, class of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor and Sandra. At this time, I ask our faculty line leaders to come forward to assist the class members as they come to the stage to receive their diploma. As the graduates receive their stage recognition, please hold your applause until the entire class has passed. And please, no air horns. We understand your enthusiasm, but it does prohibit other family members from hearing their student's name. Also, there is an individual taking pictures as each senior receives his or her diploma. Parents and others wanting to take pictures, we need your cooperation and ask that you do not come to the arena floor to take pictures. Students, as you receive your diploma cover, you will have your picture taken and then pick up your senior packet with your diploma and then return to your seat.
Elijah Ackerman. John Adaby. Bakir Al-Ameri. Hunter Albers. Tristan Allen. Sydney Allison. Ayat Al-Musawi. Brooklyn Alphen. Chase Anderson. Jordan Antoine. Isaac Applegate. Julian Armas. Ethan Armstrong. Autumn Arnold. Macy Aerosmith. Valerie Arushanova. Demir Avdish. Andres Avelino Amadar. Trinity Babcock. Aiden Bad Moccasin. Caden Barcel. Jay Barcel. Noah Bowrise. Samantha Beal. Josani Beeman. Keaton Bodette. Maya Bechtel. Jeremiah Beck. Harrison Bellin. Braden Burley. Zachary Corder. Brady Betanker. Lorraine Banka. Carter Bjorkman. Justice Blair. Landon Blair. Liam Bloom. Zen Berger. Okay. Kenzie Bovey. D'Angelo Bolden. Gianna Bond. Lauren Bowdy. Chloe Boyer. Haley Boyer. Aaron Brady. Paige Brophy. Candace Brussard. Sophia Brower. Macy Brown. Anna Brumbaugh. Maya Bryan. Ethan Bryant. Kaylee Burcham. Burge. Okay. Samantha Burge. Kyle Burgett. McLean Burton. Megan Calhoun. Emily Campbell. That's okay. We're good. We're good. Jesus Cantaran Osario. Christopher Cardenas. Kennedy Carlson. Alberto Carmono Beltran. Haley Case. Sylvia Cavazos. Leslie Shavaria Sanwampas. Addison Cheek. Ashley Cole. Sunny Cole. Elijah Coleman. Christopher Colton. Colby Daffer. Julia Dammy. Kevin Dang. Arlie Daniel. Kyra Debuse. Emily Decker. Zion De Leon. Courtney Detlefson. Carson Detmer. McKenna Desort. Marissa Dominguez. Lila Donahoe. Max Dorfmeyer. Jackson Doty. Ethan Dosler. Savannah Drescher. David Dubchikov. Misty Dukes. Andrew Duncan. Nissa Duncan. Michelle Duong. Jake Durham. Alexis Ebler. Sadie Emmett. Abby Ertz. Maria Espinosa Lopez. Everson Ewalt. Cameron Field. Renna Fielder. Lydia Flaxbart. Eileen Flores Leon. Jacob Fulmer. Hannah Frazier. Aaron Fuson. Kai Gattikin. Carlina Garcia. Noah Gormley. Isaac Gifford. Yushin Gassen. August Gower. Mason Guerrero.
Madison Green. Jace Gregory. Lyle Gustafson. Hagerbaum. Autumn Hagerbaumer. Nicholas Helene. Anna Hageman. Elijah Hanger. Autumn Hanson. Alexis Harpster. Colton Harris. Jarek Hastings. John Healy. Ashley Hebb. Harrison Hebb. Eric Hildenbrand. Chloe Heller. Josh Heller. Ian Hemmett. Nolan Hemmett. Alexander Hernandez. Cheyenne Hernandez. Alicia Heyer. Courtney Hoff. Caitlin Hoffman. Jesse Holmes. Kevin Hong. AJ Hovland. Lane Howell. Jaden Hunt. Narmina Ibrahima. Sandro Illich. Vaneen Jabbar. Raneen Jabbar. Aspen Jacoby. Alana James. Alexis Jeffries. Christopher Jensen. Reese Jensen. Lane Johansson. Ashley Johnson. Gage Johnson. Madeline Johnson. Bryce Jones. Lena Jones. Sierra Jorgensen. Reese Jutras. Madison Jewell. Chloe Kagan. Kira Kilmins. Cole Kempston. Molly Kimbrough. Lydia Kingery. Peyton Kipper. Jackson Kiercutter. Kennedy Kirkendall. Ethan Clausen. Amberlyn Clems. Okay. Jackson Cleve. Cal Knorr. Kinsey Knorr. Ethan Korwitz. Zoe Caranda. Keely Kraft. Jackson Kraus. Tennyson Kringle.
Sophie Crow, like the bird.
Sophie Crow. Gloria Lamb. Ariana Lanham. Isaac Larson. Braden Luritzen. Macy Lawler. Gabriella Lowry. Lila Lefevre.
That's under the line to do the switch. The line is there. Letzinyuk. Anthony Letzinyuk.
Anthony Litzinyuk.
Did you want to switch?
I think it's a 300.
Okay. Janet Lima. Janet Lima.
Janet Lima.
Reagan Lingenfelter.
Reagan Lingenfelter.
Jolie Little.
Jolie Little. Taylor Little. Alexander Lowman.
Aaliyah Los.
Aaliyah Los.
Layla Martinez.
Layla Martinez.
Jackson Lutke.
Jackson Ludke.
Giles.
Giles Luth.
So this will be Grant McKenzie.
Grant McKenzie.
Riley Mansfield.
Riley Mansfield.
Katie Marvica.
Katie Marvica. Jocelyn Martin. Alma Martinez.
Jaden Martinez.
Jaden Martinez.
You don't have your card? Donovan Maston.
Donovan Maston. Jade Matolka.
Hey, hold on a second.
Eric Ma.
Aislinn Mays.
Aislinn Mays.
Samuel Bia. Samuel Bia.
Samuel Bia.
Cora MacArthur.
Cora MacArthur.
Jai Macbeth.
Jai Macbeth.
Chanel McClendon.
Chanel McClendon.
Charles McClendon.
Charles McClendon.
Cooper McClure. Hold on.
Cooper McClure.
Okay. Melissa McCormick.
Calissa McCormick.
What's up, man? Gavin McCoy.
Gavin McCoy.
Yep. Dorsey McCurdy.
Dorsey McCurdy.
Hold on a second. Jordan McDowell.
Jordan McDowell.
Lauren Medberry.
Lauren Medberry.
Tyler Messerschmidt.
Tyler Messersmith.
Victoria Messing.
Victoria Messing. Aaliyah Meyer.
Jennifer Mitchener.
Jennifer Mitchener.
Caleb Miller.
Caleb Miller.
Kirsten Miranda.
Kirsten Miranda.
Sydney Mitchell.
Sydney Mitchell.
Brandon Moore.
Brandon Moore.
Jameson.
Jameson Moore.
Jocelyn Mondola Garcia.
Yoselin Mondola Garcia.
Muir. Ave Muir.
Ave Muir.
Jerry Nash.
Jerry Nash.
Tristan Nyman.
Tristan Nyman.
Ellie Nelson.
Ellie Nelson.
Crystal
Crystal
Newstrom.
Newstrom.
Christina Wynn.
Christina Wynn.
Gianna Nilsson.
Gianna Nielsen.
Maya
Maya
Nolan.
Nolan.
Oh, we're over 300.
Yep, go ahead.
Do you have a card? Timber Norrid. Fabiola Noriega.
Alex Nidal.
Alex Nidal. DJ Okereke. Callan Ortiz. Ethan Overton. Riley Patnod. Jacob Pilker. Bryce Phillips. Jackson Powell. Sadie Prenda. Abigail Quaisbarth. Christopher Ramirez. Katie Rasfeld. Israel Red Cherries. Rediger. Ryan Rediger. Bo Red Owl. Gabriel Rendell. Max Wren. Will he tell us when to go? Should I go? Javion Reek. Kendrick Roach. Michaela Roberts. Jason Rogers. Hannah Romel. Deanna Rashevsky. Melanie Rosso. Kalia Rucker. Austin Rutledge. Nolan Ryan. Colton Reba. Tasia Reby. Zachary Saley. Ayana Sabatka Turley. Bailey Sandman. Joel Sanford. Veronica Sanwampa Cerezo. Amanda Schmatter. Madison Schneider. Weston Sean. Alexa Schroeder. Caitlin Schutte. Andrew Sell. Nevaeh Sellers. Jaden Sattel. Gus Schaefer. Shadon Shannon. Braden Skolnick. Maisie Shula. Dakota Seeby. Julian Silverio. Yep, go ahead. Michelle Simnett. Maxwell Smith. Maxim Sokolov. Timothy Solodovnik. Talia Summers. Ridley Stark. Skylar Steerley. Hayden Stokes. Caitlin Stranathan. Stricker. Olivia Stricker. Tyson Stroop. Tyler Stewart. Reed Stutzman. Amber Tannehill. Sam Taylor. Samantha Taylor. Ethan Tepley. Peyton Thompson. Tommy Toe. Mackenzie Toomey. David Tran. Quentin Trotter. Dylan Trumbley. Estrella Uribe. Grace Usher. McKenna Vanderveen. Benny Vong. Sam Wagner. Abigail Watts. Morgan Weir. Carter West. Drew West. Delaney Whitaker. Kayla White. Garrett Williams. Wyatt Williamson. Cade Wilson. Devin Williams. Elizabeth Woods. Alicia Windle. Kyrell Woods. Ayana Worthen. Madison Wright. Emil Yadolayev. Anna Yagub. Taylor Yakel. Talon Yates. Cameron Yonker. Lillian Young. Brogan Zagers. Max Draus. Lillian Hefner. Sandra Leibold. Taylor Washburn.
We have come to the part of the commencement where it is my privilege to inform you that these members of the class of 2020 have met the necessary requirements set by the state of Nebraska and the Lincoln Public Schools Board of Education. Having met these requirements, I proudly present them to you with honor. Let's give the LSC class of 2020 a round of applause. To family and friends, thank you for honoring the class of 2020 and for supporting them during this challenging school year. To the graduates, now as a sign of your graduation from Lincoln Southeast High School, will you please stand and move your tassel from the right side to the left on your mortarboard. Congratulations, graduating seniors, on earning your high school diploma from Lincoln Southeast High School. Always remember to be proud that you have been a Lincoln Southeast Knight. We are proud of you and your accomplishments. Directions for leaving us today. Seniors, we will recess from the rear of the floor to the exits. Our line leaders will help you. We will exit out the back and directly to the doors. Audience members, if you are close to the stage or close to the floor, would you please wait and allow those audience members near the top and those audience members opposite the stage to exit first. Thank you for your attendance and cooperation, and enjoy the rest of your day.